Hello and welcome. I'm Benoit Poliquin, Lead Portfolio Manager at Exponent Investment Management. And last week, we looked at how the option markets could help us detect or predict how the markets were going to respond to this week's US elections. So let's look at the situation and see if the options market was indeed accurate in its prediction. So, as we talked about last week, the options market predicted a 2.63% move either up or down in the days prior to the election. What happened, as we all know, is the market actually moved up by a function of 3.75%. So while the option market was accurate in predicting a significant move in the equity markets, it was certainly inaccurate in terms of the amplitude, as it was basically 1/3 short. But let's look at the market since the election result. So we're looking at a tool here called the heat map. So it's what you see before you are the 500 largest companies in the US equity indices and their performance since November 3rd for the week of November 3rd to November 10th. And what we're looking for from a heat map is to dig down behind the index and see which are the winners and the losers. Each square, like for instance Apple, is quite a large square because it's one of the largest components of the S&P 500. And what I'd like to highlight here is that there were distinct winners. For instance, the financials were clear winners after the election for this past week, and the consumer goods and the utilities were distinct losers in or as a result of the elections. And why is that? Well, investors perceive that Donald Trump will be beneficial or reduce, or at the very least stay out of the way of bank regulations, and alternatively, consumer goods, which are effectively international US-based conglomerates, might be hurt by the changes or the rhetoric around the new or renegotiation of trade deals. And that's why you see Philip Morris International, Altria, Procter & Gamble on the losing end of this week's trading. The other big winner were the healthcare stocks, where we see, particularly in the biotech sector, we see significant move up. 18% here for Celgen, Gilead at nearly 9%. It was clear that Hillary Clinton had designated the healthcare, drug manufacturing, and biotechnology and biotech sector as targets. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in looking behind the numbers, to Google S&P 500 heat map, and you can toggle between daily, weekly, monthly, or even annual, and look behind the numbers and to see, and it'll give you a nice clue who the winners and the losers are. Thank you again for watching. Should you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach us at the number on the screen or at the links below. Thank you and have a great weekend.